You ask a question, you get silence, not an answer, not even, I don't want to talk about it, just nothing. A turn back, a closed door, a conversation that simply stops. It can feel like the coldest thing one person can do to another. And researchers who've spent decades studying couples have a name for it, and some pretty striking findings about what it actually does to a marriage. Psychologists call it stonewalling. One person in a conflict simply withdraws. They stop responding, stop making eye contact, sometimes physically leave the room. It's different from taking a short break to cool down. Stonewalling is a full shutdown, and it's one of four communication patterns that marriage researcher Dr. John Gottman found could predict divorce with striking accuracy in long term studies of couples. Of the four, stonewalling is often the last one to show up, and by the time it's a regular pattern, it usually means both people have been hurting each other's feelings for a while without either one saying so directly. Here's what's easy to miss in the moment. Stonewalling isn't usually coldness. It's often the nervous system hitting overload. Researchers describe a state called flooding, when someone's heart rate spikes and their body genuinely goes into a stress response during conflict, the same fight or flight system that reacts to real danger. And when that happens, the part of the brain responsible for calm, reasonable conversation basically goes offline. So the person who goes silent isn't usually being cruel on purpose. They're often flooded, overwhelmed, and shutting down because it feels like the only way to survive the moment, which doesn't make it painless for the other person. It just means the fix isn't just talk to me. It's learning to recognize flooding before it happens. In the moment, going quiet can feel like the responsible choice, better than saying something you'll regret. But research on couples over time shows a pattern. The partner being stonewalled almost always experiences it as rejection, not restraint. And the partner doing the stonewalling usually underestimates how much it hurts because from the inside, it just feels like self-protection. Both things can be true at once, and both people can be acting in good faith. While the pattern itself is quietly doing damage neither one intended. The way out isn't forcing the conversation to continue through a shutdown that usually makes flooding worse. It's agreeing ahead of time on a real pause, a specific signal, a set amount of time, and a promise to come back to it, not just walk away from it. That one small structural change, a pause with a return date instead of a silence with no end, is one of the habits I walk through in the Peaceful Marriage Playbook because it's small enough to actually use in the moment you need it. If you've been on either side of this, the one going quiet or the one waiting on the other side of the door, this isn't about blame. It's a pattern, and patterns can change. My free guide has a simple version of the pause and return technique to try this week. Links in the description. And the Peaceful Marriage Playbook goes deeper with a tracker to help it actually stick. Subscribe if you want more of what the research actually says about marriage.